will be Samuel Barber's moving Adagio for strings. During the playing of the Adagio, there will be a presentation by which we honor and remember those who were prisoners of war or who remain missing in action. Both members of the presentation team were prisoners of war. The man leading the flag in will be Master Gunnery Sergeant Leonard Maffioli, United States Marine Corps retired. Maffioli is a combat veteran. Think about what those words mean. Combat veteran of World War II, Korea, and Vietnam. Specifically, he is a combat veteran of Saipan, Tinian, Iwo Jima, the landing at Incheon, the recapture of Seoul, the Chosin Reservoir Campaign, and the 1968 Tet Offensive. During the Chosin Reservoir Campaign, he and 18 others were taken prisoner by the Chinese. In the days and weeks that followed, as they were being moved from location to location, he picked up on the fact that they were being moved in basically a semicircular pattern. He engineered what is believed to be the only successful escape of prisoners from the Chinese during the Korean War. The man carrying the flag will be Command Sergeant Major Marty Schlacher, United States Army, retired. Schlacher is the son of a Spanish-American war veteran whose family fled religious persecution during the pogroms in Russia of the late 19th century. Schlacher is a combat veteran of World War II, Korea, and Vietnam. In late December 1944, Sergeant Schlacher and his unit were moving to reinforce elements of Patton's Third Army when they ran headlong into a numerically superior enemy force. This was the beginning of the Battle of the Bulge. Within days, 120 of the 150 men in Schlacher's unit were dead. By the time the Battle of the Bulge ended in early January 1945, Sergeant Schlacher and 2 others were the only ones in his unit still alive. They were surrounded by 15 enemy tanks and 200 enemy troops. They were taken prisoner. They were forced to march about 50 miles to an initial POW depot. There, they and other prisoners were loaded onto a train for transport to a distant POW location. During the transport, the POW train came under strafing and bombing attack by American fighters. This forced the train to stop. Because of the quick thinking of Schlacher and several others, they managed to get off the train and use their blankets to spell out POW in the snow. The fighters broke off their attack, and as a result, many lives were saved. The prisoners were then forced to march about 75 miles to their ultimate prisoner camp. He remained a prisoner of war until April 22, 1945, until elements of Patton's Third Army liberated the camp. Enjoy your freedoms and your liberties. Enjoy the rest of the concert.